would sleep TV.
But so from your standpoint, you know a lot of Nashville artists, right? I want to know what you think. What was your first thought when you seen the
list?
The recent list that I put out.
Okay. My first thought, my very
honest thought.
Okay, yeah, let's be real.
Yeah.
My very first thought was, why no Young Buck? No. That was my first thought, to be honest. Because you feel me, like, for what you, I mean, to be honest, I put it like this. I've never been a Young Buck fan. I've liked Young Buck from when he was in G Unit. I was supporting, you feel me, Nashville, I Wham. But I never was like, yeah, he the coldest or nothing. I always thought, you feel me, Lito was one of the anchors for the video. Like, I thought Lito is mandatory on the list. I don't like I said, and I think the Trip interview, when I interviewed him, I don't necessarily watch numbers as much as I probably should. But I felt like probably Lito, I feel like his numbers gotta be there. That was my second thought right after being like, if Buck on there, Lito gotta be on there. So them were my first initial thoughts.
Word. And then,
cause the streets in my, I don't want to cut you off, but the streets in my eyes, cause I'm 27, I was an All-Star fan. I won't say I'm a Lito fan now. I think he's my top lyricist of like all time. But I don't listen to Lito on a regular. But I know he's one of them, you feel me? I put him with J. Cole and Kendrick and people like that. But I don't listen to Lito on a regular basis. But, so yeah, I was an All-Star fan, and I sleep forgot what I was gonna say, or what I was getting at.
You started off by saying that you felt like Lito should be on there.
Yeah. I was gonna say the streets.
Yeah.
I feel like ever since a youngin', the streets of Nashville has always been like, you feel me? You heard that new Lito tape. Right. As far as Buck go, I thought it was like, you heard that one song off Buck tape, or that motherfucker kind of go. I mean, it was people that were searching for it, of course, but I felt like everybody was like kind of like, for a while at least, maybe not so much today, but.
Yeah, no, I get exactly where you come from. I get exactly where you come from on that. And then what made you link with Lil Trip? Like, did he link up with you and was like, man, I want to do an interview about this?
The interview,
well, you must have got a good relationship.
Like I said, me and my partners, man, we got to the point where we try to, anything we do, we try to make it work, like work related or benefit us in some type of way. So we was just at Rivergate Mall. I think we might have been,
probably just,
I ain't no telling what we went to go
basketball or something.
No, I don't know. I think we was at Rivergate Mall. We fuck around and was finna go get something to eat or needed a shirt or some. I ain't no telling why we went to the mall. But my partner he got a camera almost like a GoPro, and really I'm vlogging him. I'm recording him. He like recording me in the mall. We just finna act a fool. So that's what we was doing for the most part. And then we seen a lot of highlightable names. Like we seen R&B. Shout out to her. We did an interview, but it never was released. We gonna get it in another time. I did one with R&B. Then we seen Lil Trip in the parking lot. We was getting ready to leave the mall. He was getting ready to come in the mall. And we was just like, shit.
Quick question.
What can I add? That's the first thing that came to mind. I felt like I asked somebody else.
Lotus and Mob 10.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I think Lotus was Lotus the first one that I dropped, I think.
Yeah, Lotus was the first one. I like his standpoint on it. Like, he always been a real positive person. I like his standpoint.
So yeah, that's what the idea originally sparked. Lotus might have gave me the idea, probably. Ain't no telling. Or we might have came up with it together, because Lotus be working. Like, we were supposed to do something yesterday, but I had to go to my grandfather's funeral and just had so much going on the past week. But me and Lotus, he's a part of real life. He the home team, so me and Lotus, I just whip out the camera. He'll be like, hey, big bro, pull that motherfucker out. We finna talk about whatever was going on at the time. So, yeah.
Okay, and then, last question. So you mentioned earlier that you cover just Nashville. Like, are you strictly staying to just Nashville, or are you looking like in other cities and shit?
This year, that's especially right now, that's my overall goal and plan. I want to start with the surrounding cities, like you said, all them do. Maybe start off in Chad, go to Memphis and Knoxville, and I want to really take care of Tennessee for the most part first before I go all the way to the A and to other states. But yeah, I do want to, my goal or I had my thought, I won't say my goal or my plan, I had a thought of just trying to go to every state and do one interview in every state, no matter what city. I didn't care what city and what state it was. Of course, I would maybe pick some LA's if I was in Cali or something, or some Houston's if I was in Texas. But I just wanted to go to every state and do a random interview with an artist, because you feel me, you hit downtown and anywhere and run into somebody to do music.
You're not part of Real Life, right? Are you like a part of Real Life? So are you like signed to them too? Like what's
it's deeper. It's deeper than it's deeper than that. I mean, no, there's no paperwork involved. It's just like I said, Lacman's my cousin. If it wasn't for Lacman, it probably wouldn't be no CalmDownTV. I mean, I was doing interviews before we met, cause that's like I said, my cousin, but we actually met. I think on Memorial Day around this time of the year, probably like 2, maybe 3 years now. I think it's been 2, maybe 3 years ago. And it's crazy how we never met. But anywho, he got a hell of a studio, a couple of engineers, in-house engineers, producers and stuff like that. But basically he had a room for me to start off in when I first started doing interviews in 2011. No, I said 11, I'm tweaking. In 2017, when I first started doing interviews then, he had a whole little setup for me. He was like, hey cuz, you can do them here free of charge, like you good. So anything he need, I'll try to do, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have done probably my first 90 interviews or however many. I think I might be in the hundreds possibly. Damn. But my first at least 60 interviews was probably because of him, yeah. Or he gave me the space and opportunity. Cameras too. He let me, I didn't have a camera. I just actually literally bought my first camera out of my pocket probably like 2-3 months ago. My little brother had a camera I started out with, because he went to school for photography a little bit. He probably ended up working with me some. He'd be behind the scenes a lot with me. But yeah, I was using my brother's camera at first. Then I started using the Lacman camera for the majority of the time. And then I had a job buy me a camera, because they seen that I love what I was doing. They seen me editing on lunch breaks and that type of stuff. And yeah, I just bought my camera that I'm using now from Lacman and others. It's kind of been done been around in the game. A couple of members of the gang done had the camera. That's a stick. If it ain't no throwaway though, we'll keep it.